Hi, everyone. Your designers are here.
I'm Anita from Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home. And we've got tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today. So let's get started.
Today is episode 66. Get organized.
Do it. No, you want to.
I know.
I do want to, but I don't always take the time to do it.
I know. Well, and sometimes I talk a good game, but in actuality, things can get away from me. But I don't give up trying because I know the value of being a very organized person. And we're talking about decorating. And you think, well, what does organizing have to do with decorating? Well, an organized home is a beautiful home.
Have you noticed that there are people that are stackers and filers? Have you noticed this?
I'm a stacker.
Okay.
Oh, you think there are two kinds of people in the world, filers and stackers?
I'm just saying I seem to be the only one in the house that gets rid of things.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can be a stacker.
There's other people in the house that are very neat, but they don't actually ever get rid of anything or put anything in a file.
Okay.
I'm not naming names. I'm just saying I know people like that.
Is it like you hope they listen and change their ways?
I don't think they're listening.
Okay.
So who wants to kick off today?
Well, how about, since you asked, how about if you start, Kelly?
Oh, okay, I will. Okay, so we're talking about all kinds of things that you can organize in your home, and we're going to have overarching ideas and specific ideas. And I have one specific idea that I am working on right now. For whatever reason, we don't have a lot of medicines or things like that, but we seem to have a ton of different sunblocks and creams and things like that.
Old lotions.
And
Lotions and potions.
Lotions and potions. And maybe that's by virtue of having two girls in the house, maybe because we live where it's sunny. But I've been going through all of those things. So if you have a medicine cabinet, maybe that's where some of that stuff ends up. We don't. We have under the sink. But just go through under there, see what's there. Maybe the NyQuil that somebody snuck a swig out of instead of use that little plastic cup. Just get, if you're unsure, just throw it out. And specifically with what I have this giant pile of sunblocks that, you say, oh, I spent $15 on that. We're going to use to the last drop, but sometimes it's expired. And, the reason this was brought this on is my daughter went to play beach volleyball with her team the other day, and I lathered her all up with a very high SPF, and she came back like a little lobster. And I looked at the expiration date on the back of it, and it had expired. And I really thought, those things like expiration date on sunblock, why would it expire? But it definitely had lost some of its effectiveness, and she was on the beach for several hours. And so, but besides getting a bad sunburn, all those things were sort of cluttering up our cabinetry, and we didn't need any of that. So that might be not be something that someone would automatically think of when they think of organizing. But if you can stay on top of all the little things that seem to gather and get rid of the stuff that you don't use or isn't good anymore, you're going to feel a lot better about your house. You're going to have a lot more room, and just, have the sense that you're running a tight ship. So that's one little
I'm going to say you're going to save money too. Because how many times have you gone, because this has happened to me. I can't find the fill in the blank. Well, I'm just going to go buy another one. Like it's a can opener, bottle opener, box cutter. You can't find it. So you go buy another one. And then at some point when you do go bother and organize your house, you find 5 of them.
Yeah.
Guilty.
So I think that's happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Good job. Do you have another one in yet?
Well, actually, that wasn't a. That was
just an
bonus. That was just a bonus thing.
Ding, ding,
no,
ding,
my
ding,
real
bonus.
one is to purge things. And now we did. I won't go through the whole list, but Kelly just kind of started talking about this. But if you go back, episode 64, we talked about all the kind of stuff that we suggest that you get rid of right away. But the reason is not only does it take up space, but then you can't find the stuff you have. And so, when you can't find the stuff, that's what I'm saying, then you're going to end up buying more. So you can't even, so if you purge, you'll be able to find the things more easily that you do have.
Mm-hmm. See, this is, I have to take that advice in my office. And in 64, we talked about getting rid of paper clutter. That's just like my biggest thing. And our conversations usually go, Bobby says, honey, do you know where the new registration card is? And I'll say, yes, honey, it's in my office. And Bob will go, can you narrow it down to the pile it's in?
Oh, no.
And I say, well, I don't have time to do that. Can't you go online? And, that's how it goes sometimes in our house. So that's a very, very good idea. I'm going to say this one tip will help you more than anything. It's my best and favorite organization tip. Put things away right away.
Oh, I agree so much. I used to just take something. Oh, okay. I'll just move it over here because I'm in the kitchen doing something. Let me move it to the dining room table, and it's like a way station, right? And then
we have
on
those
the dining room table.
A way station. I love it.
We have the pile of stuff that's when you go next time you go upstairs, take that, and then there's a pile by the back door. Next time you go to the garage apartment,
right?
And then you end up having all these little piles everywhere. I
mean,
it's like living with fire ants.
Piles in the aisles and stacks in the racks. That's right.
But it's true. And if you hear yourself saying like what Yvonne just told you, I just say to myself, keep going till you get to the destination.
Yes, have a little saying in your mind that works great. Mine is be ruthless. Be ruthless.
Well, haven't you heard too? When you're in your office, they say when you pick a piece of paper up, you're only supposed to touch everything just once. So don't let go of it until it ends up where it's. I don't follow this rule, but I really should.
Okay, I never heard that. What does that mean? You're only supposed to touch a piece of paper one time?
Well, just meaning don't shuffle it around 15 times. Go ahead and put it, deal with it.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so if it's a bill, pay it.
Yeah.
If it needs to be filed, just go ahead and file it.
Or just like if you have, I don't mind having like a little pile to take upstairs because then, just take it upstairs and deal with it. But put things away. Like if I'm working around the kitchen, put it away. If we're in the garden, put it away. Don't put it in somewhere else before you put it away. Put things away and just do it one time. And that'll save you a lot of time in the long run and will keep things nice and neat. Kelly, do you have another one?
I do. And I love the overarching ideas that you're giving us, but my ideas today are a little bit more specific. So if you will, let's go into the fridge. So I have been doing this for years. I guess Anita has taken the crown as the germaphobe, but I'm a little germy too. So I kind of like to give everything a little rinse-ish or a little wipe off before I put it in. Certainly not like a cucumber, but maybe a big tub of Greek yogurt or something. Sometimes they're sticky. I don't want to put it in my fridge like that. So I do take a little bit of time when things come in from the grocery store. But what I'll do is make sure that it's anything that's almost empty. Can I condense it? So maybe there's, I don't know why my husband does this, but he'll eat like 3/4 of a tub of Greek yogurt and then half of another one. And they're the same. All right. Or sometimes it's way down to the bottom when you go to pick it up and it kind of almost like flies out of your hand because you think it's going to be heavy and it's not. And like, what is with that? I mean, I have so few complaints about that man, but boy, that makes me crazy. Yeah. So and then I'll scoop them all and I condense them. But while I'm doing that, I wipe out the shelves because now either stuff is coming out to be condensed or old stuff is being thrown out. If it's like, slice of pizza from 5 days ago, no one's really interested in, I'm going to check it, something like that. So I'm cleaning and I'm condensing and I'm organizing the fridge as I'm now putting in the new groceries.
Kelly, that's good. Awesome. I have a no fuzz in the fridge policy.
I have that really policy a good idea. Too, but it still happens.
And I'm like maniacal about my refrigerator. And here's my pet peeve. We won't say the person in my house. Okay. And it's not me. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me.
And how many people live in your house?
2 right now. but my house is like a hotel. Like everybody comes to my house.
But I think this might be a permanent resident. That would
Yes, we won't
but
say
we're
who.
not saying anything else because he's so
No.
perfect. Other than that, when I have like a place for everything in the fridge and it makes sense, but someone in this household like does not care.
Oh,
Like they'll just put it like wherever.
Nilly.
Oh, it happens here too.
Yep. So that drives me insane. But I keep it to myself because this person is perfect in every other way.
Aww.
So, you just have to love some people through some things. But yeah, fridge is a major place to keep organized.
All right, I've got an idea.
Okay.
I've got one. Baskets. And so when I say baskets, the downside to using wicker baskets is they look great for organization, but well, if you don't want to see the item, I think they're perfect because then you can't see through them. But I have actually remember the old gym baskets?
Sure.
The metal ones?
Yeah, so I bought them online through eBay.
Yes.
And I have them in my closet. So I have a bunch of old laces, which, to be honest with you, I really should just give away. But I have stuff like that. I have some, sewing notions in there. Let's call them that. And other things in those baskets. So it's nice. I can see what's in each one.
That's a very good idea.
So baskets or boxes in your closets. And then you can label them too. So that's just a great way to organize things.
I have
keep like things with like things.
Yes,
in those baskets.
Exactly. That's awesome. I have a whole system of organizing, and I have so many posts on it, and I'll put all my posts up there. But it's called Give Away, Throw Away, Put Away. And
clever.
Yeah. And I carry around a trash bag, and then I have a laundry basket that's for throwaway, a laundry basket for giveaway, and a laundry basket for put away. And if things have gotten out of hand, or if I've let them get out of hand, I just start. And I just go through everything with my 2 laundry baskets and my garbage bag. But the trick, and this works like a charm, but the trick to this is now that you've got to throw the bag away for the throwaway, and you've got 2 baskets that my giveaway I put right in the car.
Yeah.
I make sure that goes with,
or you put it out by the curb.
Well, this is true. I mean, I can put anything out by the curb and somebody would take it away. And then the other put away. And you just have to make sure you do it, or you've just created another disorganized
I think the wrong way to do what you're doing is if everything ends up in the keep basket. Then you didn't do it right.
Yes, that's a very good point.
You got to go back around and do it a second time.
Mm-hmm. And my mantra is be ruthless.
Yes.
So especially when I'm really into this, if something's gotten out of hand, I just keep saying, Yvonne, if I pick up something and it's sentimental, I have a little issue with sentimentality, and something that's very dear to me, it's hard to let go. But then I think, isn't it just nice to have the memory of this? Why do I need this thing?
Yes.
And I try to be more ruthless.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if the thing is something small, like maybe a hanky of someone you loved,
sure,
I think that's fine. But if it's some large piece of furniture, maybe
or
you can
piano,
let it go.
Yes,
exactly.
Piano. Or I am going to give away my great-grandmother's sewing machine.
Oh,
nobody in my family wants it. Listen, if you're listening to this and you're in my family, this is your last chance.
This is your warning.
And it's wonderful.
Or if you're nearby, it might be at the curb.
Well, it may be, but I think I'm going to let it go. But she has in that, the little box that all the thimbles and things came in, and the bobbins. I'm going to keep that because it has some sewing needles, some things that her hands touched, and it's a small box. So I'll keep that and just remember the sewing machine.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mom, I hope my mother's not listening to this. Mom, if you want this, come and get it, but I'm not going to keep it.
What kind of sewing machine is it? Is it super old?
It's a treadle. Yeah, like an old-fashioned treadle.
Yeah, well, people do redo the stands, but not the.
I know, but I
machines.
really just don't have a place for it, and my kids don't want it. So,
is the machine still on it?
Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants.
The machine actually still works.
Oh, wow.
I know. Don't get me sentimental.
Okay. She's already worked through that, Anita. We're not going to do this.
No, don't revisit
Well, I just meant for someone else if they see it by the curb there.
If they see it by the curb, yeah.
In Lancaster County there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How long will it take me to get there?
Kelly, I would probably offer it to you if we lived close, because you can put it in your barn.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
Kelly,
I have
give us another one.
A more specific one.
Okay.
And this may pertain to people with kids in the house, maybe more so than adults. Shoes, right? Lots of times there's clutter of shoes by the door. Many people, I venture to say, don't have a whole mud room where these shoes can be. There's Converse and sneakers and running shoes and these kinds of shoes. Take a look at the treads. Take a look at whether people are wearing them anymore. There's so many great ways to recycle shoes these days. Like they even make them into playground surfaces. You can find places to put them, or even your own shoes that, maybe at one point were, super fancy work shoes, and maybe you don't have that job anymore, or your life has become more casual, or it's gone the opposite way and you had more casual footwear. Take an inventory of your shoes. I venture to say some other women may also sort of hoard shoes. Like there might be an outfit someday that would work with those shoes. And I had to really hone down my shoe collection. And it wasn't like I was, which was it? Was it Imelda Marcos? Which is the one?
Yes, that was her.
Million shoes. Okay, I'm nowhere to that extreme at all. But just after, living life and having 2 feet and going places, you have a lot of shoes. So when we moved here, there's not a lot of closet space. So I really had to rein it in. And I have to say, I haven't missed any of those shoes that I let go and donated or gave away or threw out because they were really cruddy. So I would suggest that you do that. And if you have them in boxes or if you have them on one of those hanging shoe racks, they're taking up a lot of real estate in your closet.
They are,
or in your mudroom. Like my daughters go through, they wear their shoes hard. They wear the same pair of Converse, day in and day out. And you look at the bottom and the treads are bald. Just get rid of them. They look cruddy anyway. Donate them or put them into one of those recycling bins, and they'll be made into something useful.
Mm-hmm. Well, people don't think that. That's something that you wouldn't think off the top of your head. But I'm just going to riff off that. Think about your closets.
Yeah.
Those are such they get so disorganized. So like your closets you put your clothes in.
Yeah.
Like to go through your clothes. I actually did that not long ago. I was shocked, appalled, and amazed at how many things I don't wear.
Yeah.
Right.
And they went. Everything that I hadn't worn went. And made a lot of new space in my closet. And, I saw holes in my wardrobe that, wow, maybe I do need another black skirt. That other black skirt that I just threw out was looking pretty bad.
Oh, I think we're all so guilty of that, just not going through our closets and getting rid of things.
Mm-hmm. So that's another place to really get organized. Anita, do you have another one?
Yes. One of the things I found, it kind of goes to that you end up with 5 of everything because you couldn't find it, is to put like things together. And that's going to help you keep from having too many of each item. So you want to put, or maybe just even define things. Like if you're looking for some sort of tape, put all the different kinds of tape together, the double-sided and the regular-sided, and maybe put your stapler there too. But there's
I'm feeling a trip to the Container Store coming up.
Well, I'll do you one better. What I have that works really well, at like your big craft stores, they have those boxes that I don't know if you're supposed to put photos in them or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They're so inexpensive. And I have black and white ones, and IKEA has great ones too. And I have lots of those, and you can put a little label on them. Mm-hmm. And I have things like tape, cards, my checks, the printer things, all in these black and white boxes stacked. So I know where everything is.
Oh, I'm going to add one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
I went and got these jelly jars because, of course, I kept them, right? Like, what am I going to use these for? Well, but they weren't really tall ones. So I ended up putting a bunch of those in my bathroom drawer. And then I put the nail files in one, the emery boards, and then the clippers,
oh, that's brilliant.
Nail clippers in another one. And so it really helped me organize because, Band-Aids in another one. So it's just so much easier to find everything in my drawer. And of course I had to throw a bunch of stuff out, but I'm so excited
about that too.
I can find things now.
No, that's great. And remember those yogurt, glass yogurt containers I told you about?
That you talked about. Yes.
Okay. Well, I haven't found them yet again, but I'm looking for them. But, I have a lot of them. So I did the same thing. And so our top bathroom drawer, what I did was they're short, right? So that's fine. The drawer doesn't even have to be deep. And I used one for just like Anita's saying, for the Q-tips, and one for the nail clippers, and one for, other like bobby pins and hair ties that the girls might need, whatever. But here's just another thought. And I guess it's organizing too. When you go and you can buy or get a large sample of tile, like a biggish one, like a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12. You could buy them at Home Depot, or they'll give them to you at the tile store. I put one of those in the drawer too. And then on top of that so we can put our toothpaste and toothbrushes in there. Sometimes people have them in a cup or something like that.
Yes.
But I don't like them on the surface of my, I don't want to see them. And then you'd have to bend over and go in and get your toothbrush from under the sink. So this way it's just the drawer that opens, and they're laying on this piece of marble tile and then it's really easy just to wipe off and clean.
Oh, aren't you a smart one?
And then so then the little jars are lined up right next to that.
Oh, great idea.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great idea.
And I think I've mentioned this before, but I have the plugs in my drawers where the electric toothbrush sits in there.
Yeah, that's
sitting
smart.
Straight upright. So that's not on the counter. And it's kind of a type of organization.
It is.
Oh, yeah. So a little forethought really can help you be organized.
I have another one. And I've been sort of out of commission for 7 months, and I'm now sort of back into commission. And I'm looking at my
baby,
thank goodness,
she's back.
I have 8 more weeks. Yes.
Not that anyone would have ever known she wasn't here.
No.
Yeah. Well, I was in a wheelchair for almost 7 months.
Golly, that's
and
just amazing.
I'm now in an air cast, and so I'm getting around a lot more. But I have 7 more weeks, and I'll be out of that and set free. But anyway, so things around here, like people will ask me, do you have any ketchup? And I'll say, well, I don't know, because or they'll say, where's your Clorox bleach? And I'll go, I don't know.
I was just looking for my Clorox bleach, and I couldn't find it anywhere yesterday.
Oh no.
So I need to better organize.
I've just had, and being down doesn't keep people from coming to my house. So I have people here almost every weekend, and, we really enjoy that, especially when I've been so housebound. But I have no idea where my stuff is anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And so for the people who have houses that have gotten out of hand, I so sympathize with you right now. And that's happened on several occasions for me, just because of life. And so what I do is I start in a room, and for the kitchen is usually the room I organize first. And there's 2 ways to do this. If you just want to do it a little bit every day, set a timer for 15 minutes and start somewhere. Start in a cabinet, a drawer, a something, and organize until the timer goes off. I'm really big into this. And when we were talking about cleaning, I talked about that 30-minute clean your house every day. And so set a timer for 15 minutes and just start organizing. Again, give away, throw away, put away. That works perfectly. And then when that time is done, stop. But here's the thing. The drawers, cabinets, and whatever that you already have organized, you're going to keep them organized from there on out. Well, and then you could work like that, or you can work in 30-minute chunks and do the same thing. Just pick a time that's comfortable for you. And maybe do it 5 days a week, and, give yourself a little grace. Like my house didn't get disorganized overnight, so it's not going to be reorganized overnight. So I've got to actually find where my whisk is, because I have no idea. It's somewhere in the kitchen, but it's not where I put it.
Right, so someone else put it. But I think that's such a great idea, Yvonne, for anyone. And sometimes we're all just... everybody's pressed for time.
We're all like that
all the time. And you think, well, if I can't dedicate an entire day to this, what's the point? But that's not true.
That's right.
And you will rarely be handed that day. Right. So I think that is a great tip and piece of advice for all sorts of things. Even what was coming to mind is I have a couple of friends that I really want to call and catch up with that I haven't heard from or been able to talk to in a long time. But you think, I don't have an hour to catch up on the last year and a half of this woman's life. But you know what? Even if you have 10 minutes and you're taking a walk, just call and say hi. Use those 10 minutes to organize your drawers. It's just a little bit, but listen, you're getting something done and you're taking a step forward.
That's right. If you spend 10 minutes a month, that's a long time.
I have another idea for entertainment while you're doing this organization.
Listening
to our podcast.
Let our podcast be your timer.
Oh, there you go.
They're about 30 minutes. And if you do that several times a week, but the idea is once you are organized, do not recreate the wheel. And what I mean by that...
Well, don't let the wheel spin backwards.
Yeah. But, so many people do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Do it one time. The wheel is a perfect invention. You don't have to recreate it. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, you're saying keep on top of it, and then it won't get out of control, and you'll just you won't need to spend an hour each day. Then it's just you're in a maintenance mode, and maybe it's just 5-10 minutes, or you keep.
But
an
maintenance
organized
mode
lifestyle.
is important. Maintenance mode, like I said, we'll go back to my first tip: put things away right away.
Yeah.
And what I want to do to add to what you were saying, Yvonne, is I like to pretend like I'm moving. So I kind of
do you pretend other things?
I pretend all kinds of things. So I kind of say, if I were moving, would I be taking the time to pack this up, or would I toss it?
Oh wow, that helps. That helps. That surely helps.
If I think I wouldn't bother wrapping this up, then why wait till moving time? Get rid of it now.
That's so good. Are you sure you're not related to my mother? Because that sounds exactly like her. But I have to tell you a funny story about this whole, like, I don't know where everything is.
Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh, so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT.
We have, I think we have like 14 now because we used to have 18. I think a couple broke, of these really pretty hobnail glasses that on stems. I guess maybe 2 weeks ago, we had company. We had over the weekend, family that came in. Nobody could find the glasses. Now, where do 14 hobnail glasses go? So we were pulling
with the whisk and the ketchup and the Clorox.
And sadly, this happens here quite a bit.
I'm thinking, my son, when he was younger, when he would eat up in his bedroom, all of the dishes used to go under the bed. I'm thinking, I have no soup spoons. Where are they? And, they're up under Chris's bed. But I don't know where all these hobnail glasses have gone. And I've yet to find them.
We had the case of the missing grapefruit spoons for at least a year.
Oh, and oh my God. How can a family function without a grapefruit spoon in sight?
It's amazing how we we lived through life.
I'm sure you had your pickle forks, so you could just lunch was at least okay.
But what we're saying is,
I love you, Anita.
We think this is common to everybody. And, I just want to give one other really cool tip, and this is not from me. There's a wonderful website called The Fly Lady. Literally, I've been following
Fly Lady?
The Fly Lady.
Wow.
Listen, girls, if you don't know her, you need to go online, and it's theflylady.net. And she
.net. Okay.
What is this about?
Well, there you go. She's amazing, and she has organizing and cleaning tips, and I've been following her for a couple decades.
Okay, so why is she the fly lady?
It does explain it in there, and there's something to do with like a fairy, like the cleaning fairy or something. But anyway, but she's awesome, and she talks about this thing called the hot spot, and this is so true. What place in your house or what places do things collect?
Yeah.
Like, do they collect on your island, your dining room table? Like for me, it's definitely my office desk. Everything sort of lands here. And she says it's called a fire drill, that for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, a couple times a day, you clean that hot spot off and put everything away.
A couple times a day. Wow.
Well, because, if you have kids,
yeah,
stuff lands.
Yeah.
So you find those hot spots a couple times a day and just make sure they're clean as a whistle. And maybe they will be. Maybe they'll be organized and straightened up. But if they're not, check it and make sure you clean them then so it doesn't get out of hand. And I thought, wow, what a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. We definitely have hot spots.
All right. Any last minute tips?
No, I'm going to go check out the Fly Lady.
Yeah,
I know.
love
well,
her.
it looks like she has an app. I just checked her out.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that. Oh, well, now we're in business.
She tasers you when you need to go to your hotspot.
There's an electric shock. Your phone.
Hey, if the Fly Lady is listening to this, we'd really love to have you on Decorating Tips and Tricks. I bet she could teach us a lot.
Yeah. Well,
there we go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think this organization really is truly important because just like it's important to have a beautiful home that's relaxing, it does impact your sense of well-being, and it helps you to be happy. This having an unorganized house, I think, can really stress you out.
It can sap your energy. And how can you have a lovely home to live in? And a well-decorated home if it's organized and messy.
Right.
Yeah, I think being unorganized and cluttered goes very deep, and it really affects people. I see that with clients and other people in my life, where this can really help you. So, you got some really great tips today, and you can get great tips with the Fly Lady and lots of other places online. And just, you know how your own house operates. You know where your hot spots are. So go clean them out.
That's right. That's right. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Hey there. If you're loving our podcast like we're loving our podcast, we would love you to rate and review us. Head to iTunes to do that. It's easy, and it would mean so much to us. And if you do rate and review us, we're going to enter you to win a fantastic giveaway. The details for the giveaway are in the show notes for this episode, and you can find the show notes at decoratingtipsandtricks.com.